Hey there, how there, ho there, Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to yet another PC Replay Baseball video. We have just finished the All Franchise Tourney, which saw the LA Dodgers taking care of the Oakland A's in Game 6 in extra innings. We are going to give you something else. Now, if you're a hanger on to my channel, which I hope you are, last year I went through 21 leagues. I did the regular season, I did the playoffs, and then did the top three teams from each playoff, and one team, fourth place team making a 64 team tournament. This time I'm making a bit of a change to the philosophy, as I will be doing everything again. But what will happen this time is that the top four teams from each of the leagues will qualify for a 96 team tournament. Three groups of 32. The top 11 teams in each group. Of course, there will be 11, 11, 10, and there'll be a a 3-game mini series to decide what happens and all that. So we'll see what ends up happening. But we're going to go through each of the World Series of the playoffs and then give you the top fours that I've done. So 1908. Yeah, so, I got to bring you the playoff stuff. Everything as the Chicago Cubs beat the Cleveland Indians. So Chicago wins, Cleveland takes second. Um, we have to look at the 1908 season per se. And what we see is well, the top four teams. So we did it like true to form. 1908, the top team in the Cup, AL and NL met each other. Detroit. Well, Detroit and Pittsburgh both qualified. Pittsburgh had the most wins, so Pittsburgh takes third. Detroit ended up fourth because Pittsburgh had more wins than Detroit did. The 20s and 30s I have to look at in essence. Anyway, we're going to do everything. So 1930, the season which many people had RBIs, like there was 190 RBIs by Hack Wilson. The Cubs beat Washington. So the Washington Senators took second. Cubs won the event. And with the 1930 replay season and all that, we did the 20s, 30s replays, but of course I don't have, because the naming convention was actually wrong. So the Philly A's and the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, the Philly A's, the Philly A's 92 wins, the Cardinals 91. So the A's took third place based off of wins, and the Cardinals took fourth, and all that. 40s, 50s, like the best teams of the 40s and the 50s were going to face each other. The 42 Cardinals beat the 54 Tribe to get into this thing. And how did the regular season go for these guys? It was actually a tie between the 48 Cleveland squad and the 54 Cleveland squad. And 54 got in on playability. And and because of everything, yeah. So the 40, you can't have two of the same team. So anyway, Detroit, the 40 Tigers were the AL representative because they actually won the Triple Crown and the 54 Giant and the 54 Giants. But unfortunately, because the 54 Giants, like Willie Mays won 2/3 of the batting title, I mean of the Triple Crown, but they weren't below 500. It goes to the next team, and that's Brooklyn. So the 41 Dodgers took third place, and the 40 um, Tigers, because they were above 500 and they did that thing, took fourth place in the whole thing. 1941. We'll see what happens. The Yankees beat the Dodgers in a tight seventh game. 7-4 was the final score. Dolph Camilli was decent, but in the end they lost. Just make sure that I do the right thing and do the right oh no, 41 Dodgers. No, the 41 Dodgers took second, so it goes to the next team down. So yeah, the 41 Dodgers and the 40s, 50s have to be replaced. I wish I had my original 14 thing. But anyway, yeah, Yankees beat Brooklyn 40, 41. Well, Boston won the Triple Crown, 95 wins for Boston. So they were third, and the NL Triple Crown was Brooklyn. But it went to St. Louis. So Boston beat St. Louis by a win to take third place. St. Louis takes fourth. Yeah, so the 40s, 50s teams, 1947. No, we'll get to the playoff. Yeah, so the 41 Dodgers are out of luck. There will probably be like a mini series to find out who the fourth best team of the 40s, 50s is. I'll probably give the 54 Giants fourth place. Come to think of it, because I don't have the 54 season. Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, the 54 Giants will sneak. 54 Giants will be in the fourth slot and be the actually second team. It was Cleveland and Brooklyn, 47. Okay, and then it was Philly, Cleveland, Boston, the Yankees, because they were all at one. The Yankees. It's not good. So the Yankees and the Giants. Yankees and Giants. Yeah, Yankees beat the Giants for third. So Yankees take third, Giants took fourth. Cleveland, Brooklyn, we'll have to figure out who won. 47 World Series. Yep. We have, of course, 55, the best of the 60s, 61, 69, and the best of the 70s. Well, that, so, yeah, 47. Who won that one? I think it was Cleveland, wasn't it? No, Brooklyn won 7-1. It was too easy over Cleveland. So Brooklyn won. Cleveland will take second. $55. The Yankees at 55 beat the Dodgers. Yeah, Yankees and Brooklyn just like to fight each other. Let's see. Detroit Yankees. Yankees have already qualified. Detroit, 2 out of 3, but they didn't win. Yeah, Yankees, Brooklyn, Cubs, Brooklyn. Brooklyn won. I would say the Cubs, but they were above 500, but they didn't do so well. So 89, 90. So So the Cincy Reds took third. Cincy Reds will take third, and the White Sox will take fourth. 60s World Series. Yeah, we did the thing 2 teams and all that. Once we get to like the 60s and all that, it'll be 4 teams. Then it'll be a lot easier to determine the 4 teams. And it was the 1960 Milwaukee Braves who won the event, taking care of the 65 Twins. Meanwhile, the 67 Red Sox and the 62 Giants were there. The 62 Giants take third place because they went to the World Series. So did the 67 Bull Sox. Yeah, the 67 Bull Sox, 62 Giants both went to the World Series. Both lost Game 7, but because the Giants lost to the eventual champions, they get third place. The 67 Bull Sox are still technically alive. They're fourth. Yeah, after the sixth, I think 61 was 2 teams, wasn't it? That I set it up for. I set it up for 2 teams, right? And then it'll be a lot easier to pick the top 4 and all that. Yeah, the Yankees beat the Giants in 61. Yeah, it's funny how the 62 Giants took third. 61 Yankees. San Francisco Yankees swept through that. San Fran won 2 out of 3. Pittsburgh didn't do so well. So it was Detroit 95, Milwaukee 80. 7. So yeah, Detroit will take third. And the 61 Brewers, Braves, excuse me, took fourth. And then yeah, it gets a lot easier in 69 because onwards, just because the 4 teams will easily be there. All right. Baltimore beat the Cubs in 69. I think that was a comeback or something, but yeah, Baltimore beat the Cubs. And Houston will take third because of the fact that they actually survived longer. Yeah, even though Minnesota made the ALCS and Houston didn't make the NLCS, by proxy, because Houston lasted longer. The rule is for third, like a 14 playoff, my rule is that the team that lasted the longest while losing, Houston lost in 7, Minnesota lost in 5. And because Houston lasted longer, they take third. But because it's 4 teams per season now, the 69 Twins don't have to worry about qualifications or bullshit like that, as they say. 70s, 77, 80s decade, 81 will be brand spanking new, and it will actually start the. So yeah, we're doing 3 new seasons and all that. So 81 will go with things. So Friday, what will happen is we'll have a game from opening day. Well, I want one from April 9th, 1981, because I was born April 9th. Not 1981, I was born 1985. The Tigers, the 71 Detroit Tigers took care of the 77 Phillies in 5 games. Yep. Wait, it was like one game, was it? Or like one. It was just one game. That was weird. That didn't sound. That didn't sound right. What happened there? Yeah, the 71 Tigers take down the 77 Phillies. And then the 79 Orioles and the 79 Pirates were playing too. The 79 Orioles take third because they lasted longer. 79 Pirates will take fourth. So, I don't know why I got that wrong. It was wrong. That's okay. 77. If Philly qualified in 77 for second place, then it goes to the next team down, I think. Because you got to remember. And the Reds beat the Yankees 13-2. I don't know why they didn't give the playoff rounds. But yeah, the Reds beat the Yankees to win the 77 title. 4 games to two. And Philly and Kansas City both were playing. They both they both lost the LCSs in real life. But Kansas City will actually take third because of the fact that the 77 Phillies technically played and would take third. So I got to look at the 77 season and see which NL East team will actually take third, fourth place, and will get into the tournament by squeezing out. Wouldn't be the Expos because the Expos weren't really that great in 77, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, this will take a while. Just going to give you the break. All right, so Philly, Cubs, and Cincy. Well, the Cubs, the 2/3, but Pittsburgh won 92 games. So Pittsburgh, so the 77 um, Pirates take fourth place. 79 Steelers, Pirates took fourth. But yeah, the 77 Pirates take that one. I feel bad for Los Angeles because they had to go to a 1 game playoff and they didn't get it. I know, yeah, they went to a 1 game playoff. So that meant that, they had to go through a 1 game playoff. But we don't count 1 game. Well, it would have been nice to see the 77 Dodgers take fourth. But because I got to go equality and Philly got taken out. So Pittsburgh, the 77 Pittsburgh squad. St. Louis, Kansas City, 80 Kansas City beat 85 St. Louis. Of course, that's a bit question mark because 85 St. Louis. Look at the bracket. Two teams. It was the 89 Giants and the 80 Yankees who fell, but the 89 Giants take third because they won a game and the 80 Yankees did not. So the 80 Yankees will qualify in fourth place. Yeah. A lot of these seasons I basically did based off of my personal memories and all that. So yeah, I know I have a massive gap between 1908 and 1930. I was thinking about getting 1923 to close the gap a bit during seasons in like 1938 or something like that. Anyway, 1985 saw the Angels beat the Dodgers to win. So the 85 Angels beating the 85 Dodgers. The bracket shows that California wins 7 games, and it also shows the Blue Jays being in and taking third place. So at least Toronto is in. They take third place. The Mets took fourth. The Mets actually had to beat St. Louis in a 1 game playoff. But the Mets will take fourth, and the 85 Mets will be on the board. Yeah, the 85 Cardinals did not make it through. So that's actually good news because the 85 Cardinals can stay where they are at number 2. It would have meant that any team in any 80s NL East would have had to jump up, and then the Giants and Yankees would move up a spot. So anyway, the 90s playoffs and all that. I think I did a 14 playoff, didn't I? My apologies too. Because, there's been a while since we've done this shit. All right, so the 90s playoffs did have 4 teams, right? Have 4 teams. And the 99 um, Arizona Diamondbacks shocked everyone by winning this thing over the 95 Cardinal Indians. But don't despair. And 98 Houston took third because of the fact that they lasted longer than the 90 A's. So that was that. 98, well, Houston's third place is up for grabs in a sense. 93, top 9, but that doesn't actually work. The 94 thing, that's for a different thing. So 93 playoffs, then 98. 2001 won't be there. 2005. 2005, 2016. And then I'm doing 2020 and 2023. So that should be 4, 8, 12, 22. Oh, I did all franchise. That's right. I did an all franchise thing for qualification and all that. I might actually. I did more. Huh. Did I do the Negro League? I think I did the Negro Leagues, didn't I? Did I do the Negro Leagues? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the 93 playoffs. So the White Sox beat San Francisco for their spot, and St. Louis beat and St. Louis will be third, Baltimore fourth. Toronto had to play one game playoff and they lost. So the St. Yeah, they would have gone in the 93 Blue Jays. Yeah, the 93 Cardinals took third, and the 93 Orioles technically took fourth. So they'll be in the tournament. 98. So 1998. Houston at play. We might have to make a change. Yeah, I might do. Like, was he 22? Yeah, the old franchise. I think we did something. Sometime. I think I did some type of playoff. The Braves beat the Yankees in 98. Did Houston make the playoffs? The answer is yes, they did. They took out San Diego. Yes, they did. They got swept, so did Cleveland. So 98 Cleveland got swept. So the 98 so that means the 98 Astros actually stay in, right? Or do I allow it? No, no, sorry. Houston would so the 98 team will take third, Cleveland will take fourth. They take out the 98, yeah. And we'll take out the 98 Astros for the 90s league. Yeah, the Diamond Decade will take out the 90s and then pick someone out. Pick someone from the, I guess from the, yeah, they were all bunched together, right? Or was it East Central West? How did they set that up? Because I think it was some kind of fishiness. But yeah, the 98 Astros tied for third, and then we'll just get rid of the 98 team from the 90s league. Yeah, it was just all National League. It was just all of that. Montreal, San Diego, Houston. Well, Montreal missed out, and San Diego. Yeah, Montreal and San Diego both missed out. Yeah, Houston took second. But yeah, everyone. Oh, actually, everyone had. Nobody had 80 wins other than Arizona, Houston. Wow, I did not even realize that. Yeah, I know Cleveland Yankees, 98 Yankees, 92 Blue Jays, 97 Orioles would have technically been there too, but no. So that means, yeah, we take both Houston's. We'll take out, yeah, we'll take out the 98 team. Now, who was second? Well, we got Montreal. Well, nobody was. The 90 Reds, the 93 Phillies, and the 95 Braves also were 79 and 81. If anyone was above 500, they would get in. Well, I'm going to break the tie and go with the 94 Expos because there's Canada's team. So the 94 Expos will sneak in. Yeah, if anyone else had been above 80 games, even like San Diego or Atlanta, they would have snuck in. They would have got the spot. 98, 2005. So you got 2005 coming up. Yeah, I know this is taking a while, but I haven't played these games ever. 2020 and 2023, you know, will be easy because I haven't done them yet. And Cleveland shot St. Louis in that thing. So yeah, Cleveland getting their eyes on it. St. Louis took second. Texas will take third, and the Mets will take fourth. Yeah, Texas will take third because did Texas beat Oakland the first round? Yeah, Texas lasted 7 games. The Mets lasted 5. So Texas will be third. The '05 Mets will take fourth. And then 2016. Yeah, 2016 postseason. Yeah, so the 2016 thing. I haven't done 2020 and 2023. Those two will have to be done later, and that will be done next week. Yeah, so the 1981 stuff will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2020 will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 2023 will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cubs beat Houston. Houston were the winners of the AL, remember. And Detroit and the Dodgers both tied. And I think the Dodgers, yeah, they went to the LCS. So LA will take third. The 2016 Tigers, yeah, good job over Boston. So they did it. Okay, any other dead ball? Oh, yeah, the dead ball. All franchise in the dead ball era. Franchise tourney, got a classic tourney. Yeah, the dead ball World Series. I don't know why I don't have like the 1920 stuff. I think I deleted that, didn't I? For all franchise. All franchise would be there. I might change that up. Yeah, dead ball. That's right. The dead ball era. The 1906 Cubs beat the 1912 Red Sox. And I have to put 1912 because 12, I confused it for 2012 for some effed up reason. So yeah, so the dead ball. Did I have like a thing? No. So all franchise teams. Yeah, I'd set up the all franchise thing to be the 2014. I might change that. So 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So what I'll do, is I'll probably do like what we call hybrid. The 94, 01, and 04 sets. I have 3 sets, the 94, 01, and 04 sets. They're not season sets. Um they're actually what they call the top 8, like the playoffs and all that. But because of putting the 94 Expos, the 01 Mariners, and the 04 Red Sox into what we call the Legends League, which will be the new all franchise thing coming up after OOTB for 2026. So those guys will be probably snuck into there. 90 Cueto. All right, so the 1906 Cubs and 1912 Red Sox. Pittsburgh, Philly, Brooklyn. Pittsburgh took second. So the 1909 Bucks, Boston, Philly A's took second. So the 1911 Philly A's took third, and the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates, because of the Triple Crown, will take fourth and will get in. All right, so yeah, dead ball. 2023, yeah. 94 as a top 9, 2001, 2004. So what I'll do is I'll do a hybrid of 98, 2001, 2004, and all that. So basically, I'm doing three. I guess I'm doing three in essence: 81, 2023, 94, 01, 04. So I'll probably do 94, 01, 04. Actually, do like a hybrid thing, and then just do the playoffs from there. All right. Oh, how many teams are there? I think there's. Okay, so let's see. 94 top 9. So there's 9. 90, 94. 2001 has 8, 9, right? 4. They have 9 as well. 18, 27. And then 999. So there's 27 teams. So 2017. So 27 teams. Um, hmm. So yeah, we'll do a new season. So there'll be 3 leagues. Oh, there has to be 2 leagues. So 94 top 9. So yeah, all the 2001 teams and all the 94 teams. I wish they had the that's the 2000 decades or 2010 decades because I snapped those up. So yeah, don't believe the hype and all that. Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't do slashes. Use the DH rule. I don't know how you just get those. We're just gonna set up the seasons and all that. So yeah, the top 94 team, the top 2001 team, the top 2004 team, and are we? Should I set up wild cards like two teams per, and then have like a little thing? I'll figure something. I don't know what to do. Yeah. So shit. How do you do the schedule generator? Hmm. You have to set up your own schedule. How do you do that? How do you do it? Okay, schedule generator. Teams in the same division against other teams and also between divisions. So Division One, Division One in their own division. Let's see. Division Two, Division Three. So Division One would be like 20. No, 20 against your own teams. I think you got to play within your own division. Now, yeah, we'll set up that. And then you don't play with it. You don't face your own thing. Okay, try this again. There we go. So yeah, you'll play each other 20 times. So what will happen is you'll play each other 20 you'll everyone will play each other 20 times and all that. So we'll set up so everyone in 94 will face each other. '01 will face each other and '04 will face each other. Now the rule is there are some teams that will have two or three in there, like of the franchise. It's your top one of your franchise. And then we'll set up second place in each division for a three-team what we'll call no, we'll set up like a 16 playoff. Like the top two teams in the league and all that will get buys, and then the others will play like a wild card style tournament and all that. And then if you win your division, you're guaranteed a top three finish. And then we'll set something up. I'll figure something out. I will. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.